Okay, so I have. Okay, YouTube seems to be loading up. Okay, so yes, we are live. Hello, everybody who's there, which probably means just Amber, knowing this stream right now. That's fine anyway. So, I did a couple of things offline. So, the first thing I did is I went ahead and added a couple more ships onto the line to and from the brickworks, and then to get it to level up. And then I did some city training, which gave it a bit of time for that to happen. I also realized that since I've gotten like all the stations and stuff in, it was fine to let the city grow around it. So I went ahead and upped the cities to their final base size. So instead of 100 and something, I just upped all of them to 200 and everything. And so this will give me a nice big sprawling city it'll wind up slowly growing down the peninsula as time goes on. Let's make that a little smaller. That's okay. That's a small little go. Okay. Anyway, so this episode, I would like to try and get in at least our first passenger service. I'm probably gonna run a short line up to there, maybe. I don't know, but anyway, I'm gonna start off with getting in some passenger stuff. This is going to be a shorter stream than usual. I'm only going to be going for like around an hour or so. So let's try and make this count. But anyway, so yeah, this is leveled up to second level, and it's currently shipping about 100 up. First things first, before we mess up with the passenger line, I also needed a line from there over to there, because the harbor only catches like most of the city, and a couple of the buildings up there as well as the stuff down there aren't covered, and we need to deliver bricks to that building as well as a bunch of the lines up there. So we're gonna put in a new line from there. Oh wait, I already put in the line. Oop. You know, I really need to go through and apply my naming scheme to the lines in this video, but I'll probably do that line. So anyway, I'm gonna go into there, and considering it's only a few buildings, because we got the cargo trams. Oh no, we were about to unlock the cargo trams. Right. So I'm actually gonna run the date on full, and I'm gonna start putting in that train line, because the actually unlocked city building, and I didn't want to unlock the stuff offline. I set it back a little bit. But now I'm gonna go ahead and run that over to the city there and get in the station. So yeah, we're gonna start off with a passenger station as the base for this. And I think the easiest way to get in the style of station I want is to do a passenger terminus, 80 meter, 2 track, and then I swap out the one platform for a cargo platform, and then add an additional track onto that one. So let's see. Angled into the road a little nicer. We'll want it pointing like that so that it'll get out of the town a little easier. So let's drop you in, and then we'll configure this. And this is, instead of being a passenger platform, I'm going to go ahead and make this be a cargo platform, and then put in a third track on it as well. That'll let us deliver everything into this town by rail, theoretically. And even if we don't end up using that extra track, it's better to have it in and not need it than to need it and not have it in. So yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get some track. And for now, we're just gonna we'll run it fairly tight, for the first bit of getting out of the city. Ooh, okay, so we've actually got a bit of a nasty ridge there, which I mean I guess is fine. So yeah, we'll just have to have a bit of an embankment. Let's do that. So yeah, we'll run it a bit slower out of the town there, and then after this we'll make sure to keep up to passenger speeds, which for what I've got here is like 113 is what I consider to be appropriate passenger speeds. And we'll get that. But yeah, the reason that I have such an oddly specific number as 113 for my passenger speed is because all three of the locomotives I typically use for passenger service go either 113 or 114. So going any faster than that's kind of pointless, but going any slower than that and it doesn't work as nicely. Yeah, I'm actually going to go ahead and make a tunnel through that. Yeah, that bit's not long enough to form a tunnel, so I'm just going to cut through it at its thinnest point. There we go, that'll do. Yeah. And with any luck, I can do a bit of a wide turn and then S-bend in so that they don't have to slow down here, although I'm guessing I might have to take that bit back tunnel in order to get this to go in nicely. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. And this is going to have to be a little less than full passenger speed in order to squeeze by the cliffs there. Yeah, and I'm definitely going to have to take that at least back to the tunnel in order to get this to go in properly. Yeah, and I'm probably going to have to take out a decent chunk of that funky little ridge there, which is going to cost me a good bit of money, but really can't particularly be helped. Let's just hope that this goes in and gives me a good amount of speed. Yeah, so it goes down to 91, but I should be able to put it in two pieces and put in an S-bend to get a little better than that. So it dipped down like 103 there. So let's try coming out at like a bit over 100. Oh yeah, I can actually probably take it at a full 120 for that bit if I am really careful about it. So yeah, let's do this at the full 120 if I can. Okay, maybe not the full 120, but I can at least keep it at passenger speed. If I'm careful, which apparently I'm not being. Clearly. Okay, yeah, let's try taking that out at maybe like 110 instead of trying to push for the full 120. No, let's see if I can get it to exactly 113. Nope. Need to come in a bit sharper than 113. So yeah, we'll have to do like 110. still though, that's faster than the slowest engine I've ever used for passengers is the 777, only goes 104. But now that I've got the rebuilt Cornwall, that's actually cheaper than the 777, and that goes, I believe it's either 113 or 114. But anyway, that's still pretty good, and when I get high-speed rail, I can upgrade it, and then it'll be more than fine. But for now, it's acceptable. Yeah, I've also got one or two more mods that put in some more engines and rolling stock. Most of it's actually for early stuff and not all that great, but I mainly did it because I wanted a bit better of a oh, there we go. So yeah, there's the cargo trams. Yeah, the switch is going to be a bit slow, but most switches are, and they're coming into the passenger side of the station at full speed anyway, so it really doesn't much matter. So anyway, we're going to do a new line, and we're going to take it from the passenger station in the big city all the way down to the station. And then I found that in some of my personal worlds, I found let's take that bit out. It's really useless. But in my personal worlds, that doing a rebuilt Cornwall with a single bogie ducket carriage will actually hey, stop that. But anyway, a rebuilt Cornwall with a single rebuilt ducket carriage is actually fairly profitable. Although I'm probably going to want at least 2 or 3. But anyway, the ducket carriage, though, for some reason counts as a back engine. Although I don't think that's actually unlocked yet. But anyway, it counts as a back engine for the purposes of no, but I want yeah, these are some of the extra mods that I put in. And that actually is a pretty nice carriage, so I think I might grab that one maybe. And these are also pretty cool, the American ones. But it's 80, so I want one of the ones that's 120. And even these only go 96. But both of these go 120, so I think I'm going to do for now, until I get the ducket car, I'm going to do probably like maybe one of these and one of those, and then when I get the ducket car, I'll swap that out for the ducket, for the rear brake with the ducket and the bogie cars. But anyway, so we're going to grab, or do I have the, yeah, and you can see here, so these, I got in a lot of the London Westerns, but they're all fairly slow. Yeah, I mean that one's good enough for my freight traffic, but like none of these are really too great for passenger. So I'm gonna go with the until I get the actually good stuff. I'm gonna go with the where is it? I saw it just a moment ago. Oh, yeah, there we go. The rebuilt Cornwall. So I'm gonna grab one of those. Then I'm gonna come into the passenger, and I'm gonna grab. Actually, I want to. Well, I'll be coloring it after anyway. So I'm gonna grab a bogie carriage and then a brake carriage. And so the London Northwestern carriages appear to be of the silvery color, which is fine. I'll still leave it on anyway. We'll just have a couple of interesting carriages. But Anyway, I'm going to put this guy onto the newest line there. What do you mean, unable to find paths? Oh, did I not, put... Ah, yeah, I didn't put in, that little connection there to let the, depot onto that half of the passenger line. And that's all I really need is just... I'm probably going to go the other way and just make this switch as tight as I can. Leave me room to do other things back in the station if I need to. Super tight in like that, and that should let me chuck him on. That ought to do it. Yep. And we now have the first passenger train on. Shut up. Battery, so I'll turn up the brightness so I can see. Does me changing the brightness actually affect what you guys see? Anyway, yeah, I actually like the Cornwall and the brighter aqua, so I think I'm gonna recolor this to the one shade darker. I don't know, I think the Cornwall's texture just looks a little bit nicer in the slightly darker tint. But yeah, and then we've got these white and brown coaches. So apparently that little stripe at the top recolors. And on the ones that they call six-wheelers that only have 4 wheels, which I find... Oh no, they are 6-wheeled carriages. In the image in there, they only have 4 of it. Okay, so yeah. So when you recolor it, the little brakeman thing on the 6-wheeler, and that little bit on the wheeler. Yeah, I don't know. I got these mainly for that 8-wheel carriage. Like, I wish that it would fully color the white part, but even though it doesn't, it's still it's a nice looking carriage with the sort of like the American style ones that are in this with that like raised section in the middle. Just, I don't know. I like that style of carriage, and I wanted to have some available. But anyway, so I'm gonna come back and check on that towards the end of this episode, because this is definitely going to be a shorter one. But anyhow, that the cargo trams have unlocked. First, I need to get tram lines over there, and now that it will let me put in the electrified tram track, I'm just going to go ahead and do this all pre-electrified. No, I'm not. I'm going to want electrified at some point anyway, but I'm actually not going to electrify until I actually start putting electric trams on, because I think I don't know, the catenary, in my opinion, really clutters stuff up a lot. So, anyway, let's get the tram track laid in. And then for this cargo route, we need to do this little block here as well. There we go. That not go in. There we go. Now that's the road depot. We want the tram depot. And we will buy. Well, that's fine. So we'll buy, let's say, 2 of them. Or actually, one's probably enough. And I'll clone it if I need a second. Boom. And actually, gonna Yeah, because we're actually starting to get some traffic issues. So I'm actually going to put in a passenger tram line. And once I get a lot of trains going through, there have to be a bridge. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 level crossings across like a stupid number of tracks. So yeah, that's just so many places for cars to be stopped. And what I'll probably do, because I still want those like they're gonna put in buildings there, one there, probably one there, maybe a couple in there, and I want them to do that. So I'm probably gonna leave this in, but I'm gonna put a bridge from like there over everything to there maybe, and then I'll run all my traffic over that bridge and put in waypoints to force it to go that way. But for now, that'll let me get him across, and then we'll be fine. And then, so I am actually going to need both a passenger and a cargo shuttle between those two. So let's get those guys first. So we'll get a line from cargo to cargo, which will connect those two. And that'll let cargo train drop-offs will be shuttled across there, and any harbor drop-offs will be shuttled across to there. And then we need another new line. We'll go from passenger. Actually, we might need a actually, no, I think I'm gonna put in a couple of bus tram stops over in this area actually instead of that, because I only could fit 2 passenger stops in there, and I doubt there's no way I could get a third. So I think I'm actually gonna put in a tram stop on that bit of road there. And I'm going to make it be both ways too. And that'll let me effectively have 2 more platforms on this side that I can use. So anyway, so we're going to add that stop in there. But I want the other terminal. Although actually, no, it's fine either way. So, but yeah, once we start getting, like, we have one train that's going to cross that route, but when we have, a couple coming in through there, a couple coming in through there, this is going to, hold them up so much that we're going to need that bridge. But until that happens, it's not worth putting it in. So anyway, let's get, like, maybe, I'd say 3 is probably good for that tram line. We'll get, actually, no, since that's right, we can do the, that thing. We get really long ones. So I'm actually going to get just the one for that little shuttle line there. And then we're going to have a loop on this side. Actually, yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to put it in either side, and because I only had 2 there, I was going to put a bridge in either side and run a loop there and a loop there going ways, like, and then run a loop like there. And then I was going to run, okay, so yeah, so I can't actually get rid of that and put it back on there, but okay, so I'm probably going to get like 3 for each loop, so we'll get another 9. Yeah, I think I'm going to do like a loop that's going to go like there. Then I'm going to do a loop that goes from this one, and it's going to come like up there and do like that side, and then another one's going to come here and do that side, I think is what I'm going to do. So anyway, let's go ahead and get that in. So first let's pin that so I can make sure that we have 100% coverage. And actually just doing one stop down there, they actually give me full coverage, but yeah. And actually I think that would be good because that one stop has coverage for almost, actually, no, we'll want two because we want to also be running people from their homes to their work and shopping, and that one actually misses a small clump of the shopping buildings. So I'm actually going to run probably like, come on you. I'm going to run maybe, so let's see, so we're going to be coming out either there or there. So I think we're going to come out there, we're going to come, actually, no, let's hit that on the way back. So we'll use one on that side, and we'll go down there, through there, and then up this way. Keep hitting the wrong button. Anyway, and let's see, how far up does that stop cover? Yeah, not quite all the way. So we're gonna put in another one, like, to get all of the residential area. And then we'll get in our tram track, no catenary yet. And we're gonna come up this way. Then we'll go across there at the bridge and then back down. And then we'll put in a new line and we'll start there. And we'll go to there, and then there. Okay, so yeah, that's putting it it's coming. Like I said, this has got it on that platform there, which actually is fine. We still have a platform on either side. We actually have an extra platform that we really don't particularly need. Anyway, so now let's get in the other two, and then I'll put the trams on all of them at once. So let's see. So we already have tram track on that road and that road for the one drop-off stop. And we already have tram on that road. So yeah, I think we're gonna this road's gonna be our middle interchange between the two loops. So let's see. So that one is another one we want pinned. And that one does cover all the way up through to that stuff, and all the way down through to that stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, I tried. Although, actually, if we run the loop that way, what we can do, yeah, that'll actually work. So, yeah, I wanted my both stops on this road, but unfortunately, I can't get both on the same side of the road on that little section. Wait, let's try something. It'll make both stops fairly small, but if I do, that, it'll separate it into two sections. I can get rid of that road as soon as I've got the stop in, but by making it be two sections, it might let me. Nope, still not enough. Yeah, it's still not enough room quite. Here, actually, let's pause it for a moment. I want to see if I can't inch that in any further. Nah. Actually, no. Let's. For now, let's put that in there, and we'll see. Put that in there, and I'm gonna see. Okay, maybe I can... Ah, there we go! Okay, oop. I didn't want to do it in that way, though. I wanted to get rid of that. Okay, so let's give it time for that stop to go away, and then I will, once that one has, then I can move that one back over to there. But yeah, this will let me get both my stops on that little spur of road out there. So I'm going to get rid of that, then chuck it back in right there. And this will, you know, make my passengers, it'll limit the capacity of this bus stop, because the way the capacities on these regular stops work is it lines the people up on that section of sidewalk. The shorter the road section is, the less people it'll let you fit in that bus stop before it starts overloading. Well, actually, let's see. So, yeah, so as you can see, that's where it splits up the two halves. So that's actually plenty of room, though. That's plenty of room. So yeah, we can actually get in both our stops there, because I want it to go on the outside of the loop. And as we expand, the towns are going to grow up this way. I actually think I'm going to go ahead and connect that across, just for neatness' sake, with this, and I'm going to go ahead and set it to yes tram tracks, just because I want both of them to have the same endpoint here. Actually, I'll just use the upgrader tool to make sure that... Oh, actually, I was going to use... No, I think I'm actually going to come up... Yeah, let's take the catenary off of this. I think I'm actually going to come up there and not use the same bit as that. I don't know, I think that having it right on the edge of town just looks a little nicer. And then we'll have our exchanges along that. And I think I'm actually going to see about upgrading that to a really big road. So I can't do it right in front of the station, but outside of it I can. Ooh, that's not fun. Okay, well, I'm actually just going to take that bit out and put it in again. Yeah, let's put in a bit of an S-bend if I can. Very subtle one. But I just want it to actually... S-bend a little bit rather than just cut straight across. Or have all the curve on one side. Oh, there we go. There's the Ducket rear brake. My favorite coach. Or at least my favorite coach I have so far. Definitely one thing that I'd like more of is more coaches. But beggars can't be choosers, and unless I'm making my own mods, which I'm not at this point. But anyway. So let's put in those two lines. So yeah, we're going to have a line coming from there up along here. Oh wait, I didn't put in the actual stops. So on this one, we're going to have... I think we're actually going to... Yeah, I think we're still going to have it stop there on the way out of that one, yeah. Because that'll be our exchange point. And then we'll have another one, let's say, up here to grab the rest of the workplaces and stuff. Then we'll have one there, and when I put those roads in, that should connect across. And I'll want to make sure, but... And these can be small roads. So yeah, we'll take those guys both across. Oop. Yeah, once I get this in, I'm gonna do the click and pin technique on all of the stops to make sure that we have everything covered. But anyway, I think this one is gonna be more in the residentially area anyway. So we're going to have one there. Then we're going to have another one down here. And then we've got that one there. Then let's have another one up there. And then another one up there. So we have this one starting. Actually, no, this one's actually doesn't need to be in. We're going to be. We can actually just take. Well, no, we do. I actually do think I want a dedicated transfer line. So we'll swap that to the other terminal though. So we'll have from there up to. Oh, did I put in? Oh, I did. No, that's actually fine because the delete and replace trick does swap truck stops to bus stations and vice versa. And actually, I think I'm gonna force that to take that route maybe. Although, actually, yeah, I am. So, yeah, let's see, does that, yeah, that does put it over there, so yeah. And that's actually exactly what I want it doing too. And then we'll put in both the lines, and then we'll actually swap out all those truck stops for tram stops. So yeah, this one's going to go up there, right up the main street, and then around the edges of town. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do fine. So then I'm going to come up to here, and we're going to pause this. And I think this might cause issues with wrong terminal that we'll have to sort out, but not much we can do on that one. At least for those middle ones that are on both sides, it might. Yeah, that's all the middle ones. And the other ones are only single terminal anyway, so it doesn't much matter. And I'll have to go over to the other side and make sure I didn't make the same mistake when I put in that tram route of putting in truck drop-offs rather than tram stops. Anyway, let's go see. Did I do that over here? Nope, those are tram stops. So anyway, yeah, and that's actually fine with the way that one runs. So then we're going to come into here, and we're going to grab this one and put you onto the purple one. Then we'll grab 3 and put them onto that one. 3 and put them on that one. And the rest will go on that one. So yeah, let's crank up the speed and watch all my lovely, lovely trams pour out of the depot there. Do I want to try and make that little connecting road across their big road? Because it does actually limit the tram's speed ever so slightly, having them running on the alleyway. But if I make it any bigger, most of those buildings won't actually fit, which is, I do want to leave those in. And I plan on having a bridge from there up to there anyway. So yeah, for now I'm going to leave that in. And then when I put in the bridge will be the larger road. And I'll just, I'll probably just pull up the tram tracks there. But let's also swap out the horse and carts for cargo trams here. So yeah, we've got a ton of fuel waiting to go out on line 4. So let's chuck maybe cargo trams. Let's put like 3 onto line 4. And then the other line, there's not actually that many that want fuel out there, so I think 1 will do for that one. So then we'll just buy 1 more and put that onto line 3. And then we'll come into here and we'll manage line 3 and we'll sell off all those wagons because I don't particularly want them. I prefer using trams. And then we'll do the same in line 4. Yeah, that's actually a nice little goods engine. We just got the other style of passenger trams. These ones are effectively the same, but they're just Russian rather than British. I'm pretty sure that's the literal only difference. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, now that we've got trams on there, they're already eating into the backlog pretty quick. Because they take a lot more with each one. Ooh. Oh, did I put passenger vehicles on a passenger on line 3? I think I did. Oh yeah. Hate when it does that. So basically, like I was just doing that, so I just went straight and hit buy vehicle, but it auto changed to select that instead. So we'll just replace, and now there are no warnings. So yeah, that line is picking up from there, and the other line's picking up from there, and we've got a passenger tram running over there. And I could theoretically, actually, yeah, I think I am going to go ahead and look at some. Well, actually, honestly, I kind of like having the purple one just turn around in that little triangle there instead of actually entering into there. Makes it clog things up a little bit less. So, in that case, I actually think I'm going to take line 12 and set this one to actually go let's see. Yeah, I'm actually going to set it to do that, although I want it to use that entrance, so I'm going to have to put in a waypoint there to make it go in that way. So yeah, we're going to take this and we're going to manage that line, and then we're going to add in that waypoint, which, yeah, that'll force it to go in there instead of making those 2 sharp turns that'll slow it. It's got a much smoother single turn there. And I mean, it still does that, sharp hook into that, but since that's like right where the stop is, I'm honestly kind of fine with that. And in that case, we actually can, I'll leave the tram tracks in there, because I might wind up using them eventually. But yeah. Yeah, I do find it mildly annoying that the cargo station, though, doesn't quite hook up to there. Oh, that's right, I put in a, cargo shuttle, this one. And I don't think I put anything on it. No, I didn't. So we'll need, for now, I'm just going to put 1, because I don't think we're actually going to use it yet. But I want something on there, because that way, like, if we do, say, wind up, for instance, shipping food into the port there, then it will try to ship it over, and then we'll get a symbol here giving us basically the alert that this is overflowing with food. Oop. What are you doing, laptop? I mean, really? Yeah, the light indicator on the side says that it's charging and fully charged. But that indicator says it's almost dead. I don't know. Anyway, I've turned the brightness down. So get it off of the surface of my bed. Hopefully that'll make it cool a little faster. And that should solve the issue. Emphasis on the should. But yeah. Let's see. Oh, how is our passenger line doing? So yeah, it's actually only running like half full. Actually, I want to see, does that brake coach? No, that brake. Well, actually, I'll know when it turns. Well, let's do the obvious. Oh yes, that brake coach does let it reverse. So I'm actually just gonna leave it as is, and I don't think I'm actually gonna bother swapping out for the Ducket car, because I want to keep on that bogey coach, but it's not filling up enough to need a bigger second car. So I'm actually just going to leave it like this, because that brake coach does let it reverse. So yeah, that's nice. But yeah, I mean, it's only running like half full right now. Although actually, I think this section is going to need a bus route. Yeah, it only covers like half the town. So let's go ahead and get a bus route in here. So yeah, it goes way up the ridge here, so we're going to need a turnaround point up at the end of the road here. And I'm going to put on as small a one as I can. I usually like to actually put the stop on my turnaround point here, but in this one, because I'm going to have to do such massive terraforming to get it in at all, I'm just going to squeeze it right on into the end here. And for now, I'm not going to put tram track in. But yeah, that makes a nice little cul-de-sac, though, and it'll turn around and nice. Let's see, do I want, go through the bother of putting tram track all the way along here? Ooh, and my town is... So, to get it to come back up online, let's try and reconnect the chat. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to end this even earlier than I'd intended to, because my laptop battery is acting up. And so I'm going to need to turn this off and let my laptop charge up. So I think that's actually going to be probably it for today. Yeah, once it reconnects to the YouTube studio, I think I'm just going to go ahead and shut her down. So yeah, let's give a short ride on here while we wait for it to reconnect. Hopefully it'll do so before the battery decides to die again. And it looks like it's charging back up. I was planning on shutting down in like 10-15 minutes, and I actually did manage to accomplish everything I intended to this episode anyway. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. So, see you later, Amber. Bye.